not even Democrat lawmakers or even the media on the left was in an uproar about it, and they all were pretty uniform in their belief that there was some sort of shady behavior done against me and that my pardon was deserved.
Now, I'm sure you faced a hell of a lot of backlash and people criticizing you. What is your response when you're being your most level-headed self to people who say, well, why should I believe you? You were charged by the FBI.
Look, let's look at a couple facts. The fact is there's a massive criminal inquiry ongoing for the last year by a special counsel now named John Durham, who's actually looking into the origins of the so-called Russia investigation. The John Durham, who's now a special counsel, and the former Attorney General William Barr both publicly refuted the Inspector General and the FBI regarding how this entire investigation started and whether it even had any basis. That's the first thing. The second point is the FBI lawyer who was in charge of my so-called case, Kevin Kleinsmith, he's pled guilty. He was indicted and he's looking at 6 months in prison for altering documents. He's actually been the first ex-FBI official who's been charged by the Durham investigation. And the third point I would make is that I've never met a Russian official in my entire life. I've never even traveled to Russia. So the notion that I would be part of some sort of a massive Russia criminal conspiracy is just baseless, nonsensical, and you can understand how in tune the media must have been with the intelligence community to even spread this fallacy about me and a couple other people on the campaign to basically confuse Americans to Russia, what I think was an impeachment effort of the president. So those are just some of the facts. And also, the only the lie, if you will, that the FBI charged me with or tried to muscle me into, and that's exactly what happened. I was really muscled into a plea agreement with the FBI after running out of money because I was unable to raise money publicly. It was basically because they said I misremembered when I met Joseph Gibson, and that's actually in the so-called charging document. So those are just some facts, and I think that's exactly why when the president pardoned me, not even Democrat lawmakers or even the media on the left was in an uproar about it, and they all were pretty uniform in their belief that there was some sort of shady behavior done against me and that my pardon was deserved.
Well, George, I don't like we've never spoken before, we've never met each other, and I think it's pretty clear if somebody actually reads this stuff, and like I mentioned, I was reading it when it was first front page of the news everywhere, especially when you look at the actual details in the Russian dossier, how flimsy it is. Some parts of it look like it was written by a teenager from 4chan or something. The Trump and the hotel stuff and the prostitutes and all this stuff that's so ridiculous. And to run with that, I mean, there's so many levels here. You've got the Yahoo level, you've got the DNC level, you've got the FBI level, where it takes, I think, some sort of you have to pretend to take this seriously at some point. So I had a big problem with it. And of course, going forward, people being charged for it, I had a problem with it then. Thank you for watching Andrew Says. If you want to see the full uncut version, go to rebelnewsplus.com and sign up today so you can see the entire episode where we talk about topics we can't show you on YouTube. They'll ban us.